They placed my head inside a Hello Kitty doll and fed the rest of me to a dog. My name is Fan Manyi, and this is my story. In May 1999, I walked into a police station and told the police that I was being haunted by the ghost of a deceased woman. I said that this woman had been tied up with electrical cords, and her body was covered in blood. At first, they didn't believe me and thought I was using drugs, especially because of my history with suspicious individuals. But then I told them that I was actually involved in the killing and knew where the body was hidden, and that this ghost had been haunting me relentlessly and wouldn't stop until I confessed. Still skeptical, the police followed me to an apartment building in Kowloon, Hong Kong. What they found would horrify them for a long time. The apartment was filled with Hello Kitty merchandise, from curtains to towels, bed sheets, and utensils. There were several giant Hello Kitty dolls throughout the entire house, but one particular doll stood out. It was a large Hello Kitty doll with a fish-shaped body, and inside it was something so terrifying that it would shake the entire nation. I am the assumed ghost, and yes, I am the victim in this case, not Alphen. My name is Fan Manyi. My life was filled with suffering, starting from when my parents abandoned me as a child. I grew up in an orphanage for girls, which, as you know, is not a pleasant place for any child. At the age of 16, the orphanage believed I was old enough to fend for myself, and they simply kicked me out. With nowhere to go and no real skills, I found myself on the streets doing whatever I could to survive. I tried my best to rebuild my life. Unfortunately, it didn't last. In 1997, I met a man named Sean, a smuggler and a leader of a criminal organization who became one of my regular clients. He was a dangerous man. One day, I did something that cost me my life. I took his wallet and stole $4,000 from him. He found out and demanded that I return the entire amount plus an interest of $10,000. I managed to come up with the initial $4,000, but needed more time to gather the remaining sum. However, he didn't want to wait. He decided to do something truly brave. He sent 2 guys to pick me up and bring me to him. Then, he would invite his friends and let them invade and beat me. That's when a month of continuous agony began for me. He wanted to punish me in front of other girls and show them what would happen if they tried to steal from him. They tied me up with electrical cords, took a stick, and started beating me. Alphen, who was only 13 at the time, would visit the men and participate in harming me. She once found Sean repeatedly hitting me on the head, and she actively joined in. Afterwards, she would tell the police that she thought it was fun. At some point, I couldn't stand or move anymore. My body couldn't bear it. I died. But it didn't stop there for them. They tried to conceal their crime, and the result was they placed my head inside a Hello Kitty doll and fed the rest of me to a dog. All the men were sentenced to life imprisonment, but Afong is free today. This case is much more terrifying, so please be cautious if you search for information about it.